been up there getting a little card, they write an appointment, put your date and time on there. When he made you, that's what they did. You know what happened? You forgot to get the card. Yeah, that's somebody get and it's a reminder. You know, y'all said that some people they'll text you a day before. Y'all had them people a week before remind you. You ain't gonna believe what he do. Sometimes you drive and somebody might come over the other line. And you blow your horn. And like, stupid behind better got back over. You ain't gonna believe it. They ain't even see your horn. They didn't even hear your horn while they got over. Because they were on the other side and you were there. They had no reason. Their music was up. They were doing something first. That's how they got over there. Yeah. They just happened. He said, look up. He was saying, that was one of your reminders about your appointment. You ride for somebody to get over on you. He jerked the car. You are stupid. Pay attention. That was another reminder. Let you know your appointment coming up. Eat, swallow something, get a little choking, but you got it up. Woo! That pain was scary. That was another text reminder. Your appointment due. He keep letting us know you got an appointment coming. But for some reason, we keep ignoring it because it's so far off. But every time he keep letting this happen, he letting you know we're getting closer to your appointment. I gave everybody one. You might not have a card, but I definitely been giving you reminders. Every now and then, I let somebody move that you know. Somebody you close to. That was another reminder. I came inside your lawn. I came inside your house, and I got one. I'll be back again for another one. That was a reminder. Hello?
Yes, sir.
I said, man, I know the stuff y'all might not want to hear, but he may never tell you the truth. We'll get ready to sign the Kato Sarah. And won't try to be long. All right. All right. Let me get that Romans 15 and 4 and 1. Hold on. Won't he do it? You just have to be willing to consider. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Listen again. Romans 15 and 4. Listen.
For whatever Nikata before, Nikata to us,
was written to teach us, show us, instruct us.
So that through endurance.
So that going through without quitting.
And through the Nakum of the Kitabim.
And the consolation.
We might have Tikva.
Now we might have a cord. Let me see. Let me see 2 Corinthians. Let's see where this goes. 1 to 6. Listen.
But if we are afflicted, the affliction is for your comfort and your Yeshua. Or if we are comforted, we shall be comforted. It is for your comfort in order that you shall also prolong your nafashim with the endurance of the sufferings which we suffer.
So how many of y'all don't understand what he just said? Well, let's try to look at it and say. But we know there's another word for rather. So another statement was made before this. He said, if we are afflicted, let's say if something happened to me and I go through an affliction, that affliction that I go through, it is for your comfort. Now, how we'll look at that and we'll understand it, let's look at some. See that YashaYahu chapter 53. I don't know why I went to this, but we'll see how it work out. How about that? I don't have no cue cards, no script or nothing wrote up. That's in K, you know, right? This is YashaYahu 53, I'm sorry. They call it Isaiah, YashaYahu. All right, listen.
Who has among our message?
That's what he want to know. Who has believed what we've spoken? Which
And
will
to
make
whom?
him a what? On the ball. Who agree? Hands? A key. So he said, who had believed our message, then that will make you a messenger. That's right. But he wasn't the ball. But based on what he just said, who had believed our message, that make him a key, a messenger. That's what a key is. So he said, who has believed our message? And what does he want to know?
And to whom has the arm of Yahuwah been consumed?
See that? Now he's going to ask you, who's seen it? Who's seen his arm, his strength? That's what he want to know. So apparently this plays a part. If I just ask you who had believed our report, then based upon what? What hadn't been said or stated, what hadn't given the validity to it. So apparently his arm gave the validity to us believing the message. Because while he said, who has the arm of the Lord? And it's going to put in conjunction when using and then right there, don't y'all speak English?
Yes, sir.
And it put a conjunction in it.
Yes, sir.
So I'm saying, and why? Because I asked you who believed the message. And who has the arm of Yahuwah been revealed? So you want to know who has it been exposed to, because this is a part to see, do these people know? Let's see what happened. Listen.
For he comes up before him as a tender shoot.
See that? That's how plants start out. It starts out as a shoot. When it first comes, the first part that breaks and come out, the early part of a plant, a shoot is what they call it. Am I correct? Right. That's the first part that break over. When a corn, stalk of corn, when it first comes, we get to a stalk, the first part that breaks and come out of the ground, they call that the shoot. That's the first part that comes out. And from there, it'll grow up into the stalk. Y'all got it? So that's how we saw Yahushua. He came to us as a babe. That'd be what they said they saw him? Oh, shoot. See that? Listen, y'all like that?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I go on the road, I take some of y'all, I want you to bust out laugh and flip your chair like the first time you heard it.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
And as a root out of parched Adamah,
See that? Out of dry ground.
he
What
has
happened?
no form or majesty that we
Now,
should
this
see.
is the thing. Now, hands. Why did you hear that part? Hands. We got one. Hold on. Close your eye.
I don't want.
No, your hand been up.
No. I don't.
You was in the spirit. You got to give us an answer now, or my brother finna call.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your name?
He's Adam.
Adam. What about Adam?
He came from the ground. Adamah.
Okay. That's good. All right, what you got?
I was gonna say as a root up parched ground.
Come out, I can hear you. Come on. You gonna say what now?
Oh boy,
As a root out of what now?
parched ground.
Out of parched ground. Why don't you go parch one of them checks up there, Joker? What you thinking? We just read that. I love kids. Like to encourage them, dude. That's all they need is encouragement. What you gonna say?
I was gonna agree with Chris.
You gonna agree with Chris?
Yeah, because
You finna come up here and put him in check? No, go ahead. Well, no, go ahead.
I said because before he made a dawn, the ground was dry, so he called it Mr. Water.
That's true. You're right. Chris didn't get that part out.
Yeah, he did.
That's why he told you about he came out of parched ground, dry ground, because Adam came and hit the ground with soil. It was soil when he was made. When Adam came out, remember, he caused a mist to come.
That's right.
He made him, it was mist. It was already, the ground was not parched. It was dry when he came out.
It's
Come on. He
has no form nor majesty that we should see him, nor appearance that we should desire him.
You see that? So we start looking at his appearance and the form of him. But nothing that somebody would come along and want to try to mimic and make. And Bar Sheep, when Yahuwah came, he said he was gonna make Ish after what? After his image, after his likeness. See that was something that was desirous to make man. He desired to make man as he was. But when it came along with him, nobody desired to be like this guy. Like, man, please. That nigga getting slapped up. Who want to be like him? Somebody getting slapped and spit on and hit. Nope, man don't own nothing. How many y'all look around? Man, I like to be like, how many y'all look at homeless people? Man, I like to be like that. I ain't got nothing. Fawcett got a whole bird hair nest, but I don't want nowhere to lay my head. Who says that? Who does that? So you see now, because of the writings, it was already preordained this man existed and how he was going to be. See, the reason why people didn't want him, because remember looking, quote unquote, in layman term, to give y'all in language, nobody want to look like a broke nigga.
Yeah,
People go buy stuff they can't afford just to keep from looking like a broke nigga.
true.
This man ain't got nothing. This man has absolutely nothing. When I was saying, I don't want to be like him. That's not like his art, but your writers already told you. So people need to know what you need to be looking for. Y'all got it. It's just like when Shamu, when he came into the Beth in the house of Yashi, they called Jesse. When he came in, the first of his Akeem he went to his brother, everybody had the appearance of likeness. He looked, and Yahuwah had to tell it. He said, don't look upon him. He said, I rejected him. He said, don't look at him for his stature. See, immediately when he went in, he went to the best looking one he saw.
That's right. That's right.
And he got ready to pour the oil. He said, don't do it.
That's
He
right.
said, I refuse. He said, I already rejected him. He let him know, he looked at him, no, he's a good looking guy. He's got to be the one he's looking for. See, he saw just like we saw.
Mhm.
How old you got? Let's look at it. Y'all hadn't read it. So it's 16, 17, 16. Alaph Shamu. Come on, put another check. 16-1. She'll put out that good deal. Come on, I'll meet you up here. Good job. How many checks you at now?
$15.
15. How many make? That's 17. How many? Speak up loud, they can hear you.
16.
They can't hear you. Look and tell them how many you got.
15 checks. I'm now about to make it 16.
Tell them how many checks you got, y'all.
17.
Yeah, that math bad. That's the same one. Oh, I'm sorry. We ain't got 17. That's 16. See, my math good. Thank you, Cancer. Alaph Shamu, 16-1. Listen.
Now Yahuwah said to Shamu, how long shall you grieve over Shaul, since I have rejected him from reigning over Yasharal? Fill your horn with oil and go. I shall shalak you to Yashi the Bet Ekamite, for I have selected a malak for myself among his beneath.
See that? I done selected me a son. What, I'm a lot from among his sons? Come on.
Best Lookamite. Okay.
You say, amen. Look on. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Best Lookamite. But Shamuel said, how can I go? When Shaul Shama of it, he shall kill me. And Yahuwah said, take a heifer from the herd in your hand and say, I have come to Zabak to Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm. What's
You
you
should-
sacrifice?
You shall invite Yashi to the Zabak, and I shall show you what you shall do. And you shall Mashiach for me, the one whom I designate to you.
Y'all see what he just told him? What he told him?
You shall invite Yashi to the Zabak, and I shall show you what you shall do. And you shall Mashiach for me, the one whom I designate to you.
And show you he like us. Listen.
So Shemuel did what Yahuwah said.
What did he do?
Shemuel did what Yahuwah said
Let's see.
and came to Beth Lakam
Mm-hmm.
and the
Came to
Zakanim.
the house of bread. Now y'all can understand why Yahushua told you about he was gonna give you his body to eat.
That's right.
He was born in Bethlehem,
Yes, sir.
which is a house of bread. That's what it means. That's why it makes sense for him to give you his body to eat. Look where he was born in.
Yeah.
He was born in Bethlehem, which means the house of. See, they never. All we knew he was born in Bethlehem.
Right.
He was born in Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The name of the city is House of Bread.
Right.
So it made sense when he signed and told you that he was gonna give you his flesh to eat.
That's right.
Yeah,
Why? Because I'm from Bethlehem. I'm from the house of bread.
Yeah.
that's right.
Come on,
And the Zakanim of the city trembled
the elder. That's why.
to meet him and said, do you come in Shalom?
And that would be because of what reason, Hans? The white-headed hand up first. What it got?
When the bar comes,
Speak up louder, they can hear you.
when the bar comes, we never speak anything good.
That's what they learned. Whenever the bar came, it was always gonna be something against them. So when they seen him coming, they already knew this is bad for us. That's why they wanted to find out. And you know who asked the elders, which meant they've been living long enough to put things together. It's not good when they come to see us. 9 times out of 10 when he come, he was letting them know you done something wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why they want to know, well, you coming in Shalom or you come tell about some Rosha? Listen,
He said in Shalom.
see that? They want to hear that, which means now, listen, he just told them, I'm coming for your prosperity, for your health, and for your wealth. That's what he just told them. Because they looked at when he was coming, if he wasn't coming Shalom, which means what happened? Something happened now with health. We're finna lose our finances and things are not going to be good for us. See, if you don't have that understanding about him, then you don't know what to receive. See, even, listen, we got the first interaction of Yahuwah and Adam. Okay, he made the man. Second interaction we had was when he showed the man the gun and put him down. We have a third interaction where he showed him the ox and told him what to eat. Fourth interaction, what happened?
Yeah.
Adam took off and he was gone. You know, he realized, I can tell the way you coming, this is not good. So people have known for a long period of time when that man shows up, whether or not it's going to be tube or whether it's going to be Rosha. You don't find that he hid himself when he was trying to show him what to eat.
Yeah.
You don't find that he hid himself when he was telling him how to name things. You find out when he hid. When he knew he ate of that ox and he heard him coming, I can tell this ain't good. I'm gone. These people knew they were coming. I'm watching to see whether or not this is good or it's bad for us. We don't consider these things. Listen.
He said in Shalom, I have come to Zabak to Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm.
Kadash yourselves and come with me to the Zabak. He also Kadash Yashi and his Beni and invited them to the Zabak.
Hold what you got. What do he want them to do to go with him?
Kadash.
Consecrate, separate themselves. Who we learning from? Hands. Tell who we got. You're cold. What about you cold?
So, you know, everybody go to the house of your Yahuwah from the country.
They're going to Bethel, which is the house of Elohim. He told their family that they had to consecrate themselves, told them to take off them clothes and put away them foreign deities and be clean, which for us would be Taher. Taher. Taher, I think is how they spell it. Taher. Taher is how they pronounce it. So Taher would be to cleanse, or to be clean. So basically we let them know to be clean. Become clean, because they were getting ready to go. So now he would have told them to become clean. I know he had to tell them that. He just told them to consecrate themselves, which means they couldn't have been. Because now he get ready to do something for Elohim. There's then you need to be in a certain position. Now this teaches us, if I'm getting ready to do something for Elohim, I need to be in a certain state.
Yeah.
Just like first, I just pop on up in there. Yaakov said, no. He said, put away the strange Elohims among you. Be clean and change your garment. Right. Physically, he let them know you had to put all that away. He said, we're going to Bethel.
Yes, sir.
So this became a product of how we start looking at how we went to see him. You had to be clean. Just the fact when he told them they were going up, when the Kohan was going to offer sacrifice, he had to wash his flesh with water, with Ma'in.
Yes, sir.
And he had to change his garments.
That's right.
See, he set a precedent for us on even how the Kohan did it. When the Kohan was going into the inner sanctum, we had the outer sanctum, which the first part, where he put it at Taher, to be bright, to make pure, to purify, to uncontaminated. That's what we want to do. Get yourself to being uncontaminated. Become uncontaminated. So now that's what we're looking at. This is what we do when we separate from our Kataim. You're becoming uncontaminated. Now you're putting yourself in a position to where you can shakar him. So we have the other additives, man, it becomes a defense mechanism that it don't allow. Certain things restrict. Y'all gotta say certain things are restrict. So the whole thing he's doing to going to be able to get the full performance out of Elohim is to get rid of restrictions. Restrictions for us will be kataim in the actions of the deeds of it. Y'all got it? So basically, he just told them to, and he wanted them to be consecrated, uncontaminate yourself. Because we're going to do a service to Elohim that we're going to, now you've been told to present your body. What was supposed to be? What you supposed to do? Uncontaminate.
That's right.
See, now you see why it makes sense? I present you in the 12th chapter book of Romans. I present you therefore, Akeem, by the Rikam Elohim, that you present your body as a living sacrifice, Zabak, which means at that point, what he just told you. And that's going to be based off of pattern. Well, we just read it. I mean, Shamu just told him what to do. He said, we going to Zabak. So I need you to uncontaminate yourself.
That's right.
So if you just told me to become a living sacrifice, what did you tell me to do? You had to tell me that. Uncontaminate yourself. See, don't look for people to just give you a word. Once you learn patterns, you know where it's going. Let me tell you something. Every time your parent finna hit you, they told you that.
No.
How did you pick up sometime you were getting hit? Certain come closer. Certain thing they did, you start putting it together, saying, I know what's getting ready to happen now. Yeah. You know what they're going. Yeah, there's certain things you knew. They had to tell you literally every time they had to tell you, literally, I'm getting ready to hit you. Literally, I'm gonna whip you. Certain things you start picking up. I ain't had to, after a while, I don't have to tell y'all. They get it look. You already know what that meant. You're like, not good. So you understand then. You start putting things, how would I not already associate when he told me to present my body a living sacrifice? I'm going to bring it before you. Why wouldn't I associate I need to uncontaminate?
That's right.
They said, well, he didn't say that part. Preacher, he hadn't it taken away, because now you want to play stupid.
Yeah.
We've dealt with your code, clearly telling them we're going to the Beth Elohim, be clean, change your garments. So why would I not uncontaminate when he told me to present my body a living sacrifice? That means if my body is the sacrifice, when do I contaminate? I can't. Because this is something I'm constantly doing. This is what Yahushua had to do. See, Yahushua appeared in the sight of Elohim to be a Zabak. So where's his contamination? When can he recontaminate? Now you can see why he told you how it's impossible to renew them again that were once in life. Seeing that he would have to do what? Afresh. Which means he had to pick up Kataim again. That's why it's impossible, because he's sitting in the sight of he cannot recontaminate. The only way he can pay for your sin again, he got to go and recontaminate. That's what he did when he came out here. He had to contaminate himself. That's what he had to do. Let me tell you what happened. So you know how the body works. Science, you do science.
Yes, sir.
Your body picks up, whether y'all know it while you sit here, your body get hit with constant diseases, constantly. Your body get hit. Your body's in taking some of these diseases. You know why? It's building up a filtration system or building up a defense. You don't even see it. While you sit here, your body constantly being jarred with all these different diseases, and your body will take some of these in because it's got to build up a defense against it and see it coming. So what Yahushua had to do, he had to come down here and be contaminated with Qatar so he could build up a defense on how to get us out of it. That's what your body does. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guarantee they ain't got a COVID vaccine, ain't got COVID in it. Wouldn't make sense. Your body got to build something from it. Go figure. That's what the purpose of Yahushua coming. He had to contaminate himself with every one of us. See, they put on him all of the Kataim and everybody, because he had to build up a defense mechanism. How you think he was able to get up from the able to come from the moot, rise from the dead? They tell you all powers in my hand. They tell you he had the victory. I defeated every disease that came. Every disease of Qatar, every sin a man could be, he's already defeated it. All right, I could defeat it, I had to take it on. Come on, he was a liar. They named him everything. The man was a liar, and he was a worshiper of idol gods. This was everything we were contaminated with. We had to give it to him. He had to take it on so his body, he could build up a defense mechanism against it. Now, what do we do? Now, since we don't look, there are certain people you can look at certain body types or certain blood types are better blood types for defense against certain diseases. And you know what you can wind up doing? Something else? You can take from that blood and learn from it and study it and build from it, and you could build an antidote that people can take as a defense against that disease. Why do you think he had to sit down and drink that cup? He had found the right prototype of the blood, the dam that you needed that can defeat against the disease of Qatar.
Right.
All right, that's the only way you can do it. You don't believe it. If you get bit by a snake, you're gonna have to use snake venom.
That's right.
You can't use the COVID vaccine. You gotta use snake venom.
That's right.
We mean we're gonna put the venom inside your body, the same poison that you got, and that's how your body gonna build up a defense against it. Go figure. Go figure. That's how you operate. So that was the purpose of you ingesting it. He took it and carried it. That's why they had to pronounce it on it. They had to pronounce it. Those people that came, those people had the power to pronounce something on you. They did it. Just like you go to the doctor lets you know whether or not you got it or not. It's official. Well, by us, the Kohan them could do it. Those people that all pronounced it, man, that man ain't nothing but a rank center. They told the man a center. That folk ripped their clothes. That's the man. I know for a fact he a center. And that's how they took him off and they murdered him. But he was only doing that, he had to take it on so he could build up the prototype. He said, for this, I'm gonna build up the antidote.
Yeah.
That a man won't ever have to die because of sin no more. I teach him how to uncontaminate. See, if you don't have the logic of it, you don't realize why you deal with things and how he give you things and why you process things a certain way, because you need to understand what he's doing from a ruach position. And a lot of times you don't see it that way. So then you tend to not believe it. Just like YashaYahu, who has believed our report. And to whom is the arm of Yahuwah been revealed?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's see. Let's come on, finish up there. 16 and 5, come on. But we finished that. 16, 6. Come on, so I can get back to YashaYahu. I know they forgot why we came over there. Come on.
And it came to pass, when they entered, he looked at Aliyah and he said,
What did he say?
surely his Mashiach is before Yahuwah.
You see what he said? He walked in the house and he looked at him and said, what?
Surely his Mashiach is before Yahuwah.
And when did he do this? When did he say this?
We walked in the house.
When he walked in the house. Go ahead. Come on, you all right, my brother called. He'll talk. My brother, when he called earlier about Chris, he said, be looking out for the white too. He said, definitely the white. Go ahead.
But Yahuwah said to Shamuel, do not look at his appearance, nor at the height of his stature, because I have rejected him.
Mm-hmm.
For he sees not as each sees,
But what?
for each looks at the but Yahuwah looks at the law.
See that? That's what you look. He said, I look at that inward part. Come on.
Then Yashi Kara to Abinadab and made him pass before Shamuel.
Mm-hmm.
And he said also, Yahuwah has not chosen this one.
Mm-hmm.
Next, Yashi made Shema pass by, and he said also, Yahuwah has not chosen this one.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, Yashi made 7 of his Beni pass before Shemuel. But Shemuel said to Yashi, Yahuwah has not chosen these.
Mm.
And Shemuel said to Yashi, are these all the Benin?
Yeah.
And he said, there remains yet the youngest, and behold, he is tending the sheep. Then Shemuel said to Yashi, Shalak and bring him, for we shall not sit down until he comes here.
Yes.
So he Shalak and brought him in. Now he was ruddy with beautiful and two appearance. And Yahuwah said, Kum, Mashiach him, for this is he.
So now, the key to, and the wife said it, people don't pay attention. I listen when I'm listening to what they're saying, you got to pay attention. The first thing he told him, he wanted him to Mashiach who he chose. First thing he walked in the house, he went to who he saw. So again, trying to show you, you don't have the intelligence that he has. You're going to look at things differently because you look for what's pretty. Nobody go to the store and say, give me the ugliest thing you got in him. Nobody. You want to get what's appealing to the eye. And you know where they got us in trouble at? Who knows? Hands. Tell them, Boston. So do I really want to trust my eyes? I really want to trust what I like. He shows you why she messed up. It ain't just because he tricked. She say he tricked her, but let's just be honest. Your appetite was already craving for it.
Yeah.
So all he did was play on what you were already looking at anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't act like she was on had been down there at Natchez on the Hill. I ain't never seen you before. Ain't that right? You remember that on Life? Now she told Claude she ain't never seen you before. She seen that tree before and she told me. It was one, she sat there in her inner part, told us exactly how she felt. We'd have never known it. That when she seen it, it was one to be desired, to make one wise, and she desired it. So really, how much encouragement did you need? That's how strong the appetite is. That's how much we start to look at how you can't leave things to chance. You really need to make sure that you're operating in the will of. Because he walked right in the house and he said, look, he ready to pour oil. And the first thing the man told me, pay attention, he said, hey, anoint who I choose. How was you ready to pour oil as soon as you walked in the house? Because no doubt he'd do like we do. I already know him. I already know what he wants. He ain't got to tell me. Listen, I know what the Lord wants. Isn't that right? I don't listen. I don't even ask. I don't even pray no more. Because I know everything I'm doing is what he wants. That's how far off we get. And he allowed him to go through all of them, and the one he wanted wasn't even there. So you know he was trying to show them just how far off you are. Yeah. Because where you searching at, you ain't even in the room with who I want you with. But think about it, we need to know that. So now guess what? This becomes a precautionary reason for me to start looking at when I get ready to do something, how close and accurate am I with the will of Elohim? Because he's right here, yet the person you're looking for, he's not even here.
Right. Right.
You looking through some stuff. I hadn't chose any of these. You should have waited. I told you when you went. Anoint Mashiach who I choose. Why are you looking? Okay, come on, get back to what we had. That makes sense? That sound logical? Let's see right quick. Get back to the YashaYahu, the 53rd chapter. I think we left out verse 3.
Yes, sir.
53 and 3. YashaYahu, they call Isaiah. Does it make sense to y'all?
Yes, sir.
And see, this not just a lesson for you, this is a lesson for me. This is a lesson for all of us when you start looking at making sure you're maintaining. First thing is to know what the will of Elohim is.
Come on.
Okay? But the writings tell us, hold on, what you got? 5:13, Ephesians. Yeah, I know what you would quote. Yeah, you started out good. I don't know if you'd have got all of it, but you started out good. Ephesians 5:13. Listen.
But all this is kazun when it is proven by the Aur. For everything is kazun is Aur.
Oh, see that? He said all these things are approved by. Is that what he said? What did it say?
Revealed.
But all this is revealed by. Did you say approved?
No, sir.
Son, you said approved. How many of y'all trying to be saved? Y'all heard approved? Raise your hand. That's all I'm trying to make sure. What you say you said?
Kazun.
How many of y'all trying to be saved? How many of y'all heard approved? Put your hand up. Stay, Chris. Wake you up. What my brother called. What you say?
I said approved.
That's what I'm saying. That's all we want. That's all we want before we get so they on in there, right? All right, so listen, but rather, again, let me see this word, something stated before, rather. So we're dealing with a second. All this is revealed when it is proven by a or. So this will have light come in and manifest exactly what it is. Okay? When we heard Barashit, Bara, in the beginning, created, Elohim, Hashamayim, the heights, expansion, then the Arats, all this, then we didn't really know all that. Really, I mean, that's pretty good saying. You ain't gonna believe it though. We didn't know it till he said, "Let it be light."
Right. Right.
Okay, he did. It was in the dark. So how did you know it?
We didn't.
We didn't know it till the light came.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what we found out? We didn't know nothing till Yahushua came.
Yeah.
That'd be the sun.
That's right.
See, one nothing made manifest till the light came.
Yes, sir.
See, if you don't understand the conversation, you're not gonna make it.
Not gonna get it.
See, one nothing understood until the light came.
That's right.
He told you when it came, it said the Kashaf couldn't even comprehend it.
That's right.
Some had been made. It didn't know that before. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the highest. And we would have believed not till the Aura came.
That's right.
See, the way I said, what's what made manifest, I was trying to tell you, it proved it. When it came and made proof, he did all this in the dark. So how you see it in the dark? It's complete black. I'm here, man. Oh, I'm making it. Y'all talking, oh, I see it. You lying.
Right.
You can't see it till the light come on. So the light means to make clear. That's all light means. Sometimes they would show you in school, they had cartoon, a bulb come, bing, a bulb show.
Mhm.
Guess what? Amazing, they put a light bulb with it.
Yeah.
Because now it's been made clear. That's
Right.
what light, all light means is to make clear. We cut the light off and I can't really see. And the light comes, I said, okay, it just made it clear. So understand you've been saying something, but you hadn't understood what it does. So when the Ben came here, there were writings we didn't quite understand. Okay? There were things that we were not really conscious of or were kind of vague. So when Yahushua came and explained it to us and learned us, taught us and showed us and instructed us, we said, you know what? You light. Because you just made that clear to us. That was the whole purpose of him coming, his teaching was to manifest to us what the Abba had done. See, what he did in Barashit, it wasn't evident until light came. So it became evident about him being the Father, the Abba, when we saw, wow, that's real clear, right? That's what we do. The word he put up here, what is this? You put a word up here for us? Gelah. To denude, especially in a disgraceful sense, figurative to reveal, exile, to reveal, to capture. So we're looking at to reveal. So the word is Gelah. Y'all got that? I want that denude, like put your clothes back on.
I like that.
Because you naked. You need a denude to put your clothes back on. So that's what we look at, to reveal. Okay. So we'll use that word somewhere else. How about that? So this is 13. So now, see, I want you to understand statements. So now you understand that. I want you to encompass it. So I want you to master. When you really got a mastery of it, it helps you to understand how things work and how light and what was the purpose of light. So now you understand a statement he made years ago when I first heard it. He said even Kashat was light. I never understood that years ago. I did. It made no sense. But he said, but if it manifests something.
Right. That's right.
See, he said that's all it was. The reason why he didn't need the light when he created, he said, because I can clearly see it.
Mm.
I could clearly see it. You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So he started to realize and try to show you. He said, even the Kashak is light.
Mm.
You ain't gonna believe it, because Yahushua was a man of color. And he made everything so clear to us.
Mm.
So now he proved to us that darkness was light.
That's right.
See that? What you gonna do with it? If it a lot, think about it. You read a page that's white, but the letter's black. So what make it clear to you, the white page or the black letters? What are you reading, the white page or you reading the black letters? So even darkness is light, because it made it clear to you. You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, look, I know. What if I wrote in blue? What if I slap you? Somebody, don't you raise your hand. I know one of them. Dexter. No. Come on. 14, listen.
Therefore, he said,
Do what?
wake up, you who sleep,
Uh-huh.
and coom from the moot.
So he's gonna tell you to wake up because hands. Tell him why. Hold on. AB, what you got? Because you were sleeping. Okay, that's another slap. What you got, Austin? Because you weren't conscious. See, everything he referring to, because you're starting to look at states. You can be in an unconscious state, and a lot of times you give people what people know. Like sometimes, I would call your name, you be like, I was asleep, or something going. They like, we was in here and we were doing something. You like, I was so asleep I didn't hear nothing, because I was unconscious, which means I wasn't conscious of what you were doing. So the fact that he's telling them to wake up, because I'm trying to get you to a conscious state. Y'all got what I'm saying? And that's what he's trying to get the rest. So just like because sometimes you might shake a person. You say, damn, he wasn't sleeping. He wasn't paying attention. So how I get him to correlate it is the fact I stated to him, he need to wake up. Because that's how we typically know I said to be in an unconscious state. But you can be conscious where where your eyes are open. But how many of you done that and people say so, you like, huh? I missed it. So it's typically almost like you were asleep. So now he's telling me, wake up, awake thou those who sleep. And
Coon from the move.
so now we talking about what puts us in that state? What puts us in this state?
Katan.
Qatar. So now I need you to get conscious of your actions so you can get up from the moot. And listen what's going to happen.
And Hamashiach shall shine on you.
See that? Then he'll make it clear. Y'all got it. I started from the end of telling you, brother, I should have told you how we read is that a Mashiach going to shine on you so you can wake up and you can get up from the dead. But he told you the latter first. I'm telling you about what state you're in. You need to know that first. What a state you're in. I want to let you know. See, sometimes I get your account. I tell you you're dead. You're trying to figure out dead. That's the first time they tell you something else about the Mashiach gonna shine in you. You're not gonna really pay attention to that off the rip. But I talked about something that you really care about to start to tell you that you're dead. That make you start listening and want to inquire and become inquisitive, want to know dead. Then I'm trying to explain to you about the state you're in. Then I try to let you know what can deliver you from that state. All these, the way he actually gives it to us, it makes a lot more logic because he attacks you on getting your attention. Fire! That's gonna get people attention.
Right.
Certain thing gonna get people looking around fire. Or somebody like, he got a gun. Well, people start gun. And why? Because they know what a gun to do. A gun to shoot you to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So certain things you say get people kind of more reactionary. And that's the purpose of getting you reactionary enough to get conscious to the state that you're in and then let you know how your liberty comes, which is your freedom. Same way we look at my halak, it's also a freedom. You don't see that way, do you? My halak, that's a journey or walk. It's also freedom. Based off of when they came out of Mizraim. What did they ride on? What did they drive? What did they fly? So guess how they saw my halak? It's a liberty. YashaYahu told you to stand well in that wall. Where in the Mashiach did what? And be not entangled what? With. So that's how you're going to do it because he told you? Yahuwah expressed to them. They knew why not to go back to Mizraim. That's captivity. That was death to me. That was death to them in Mizraim. They were going to die. They had outnumbered the people that had them captive. That's all they knew was death to them. So he just told you, I just freed you. He told them not to go back. He said, you shall not return the way you came. That's why y'all come in one door and go out another one. Because it's a premise taught. You're not supposed to go back the way you came. You know, we wound up doing a lot of time backtracking.
Yeah.
He tried to stop them from backtracking. That when they went out of way, they couldn't go back that same way. He told them the bar when he went and spoke to them, he said, don't you go and eat nothing in the house. Don't you go back the same way you came. That was it. When you went one way, you went back another way. Y'all got it? So it taught them to stop crossing back over yourself. See, a lot of times we're habit-forming people. We big for going back over the old stuff, bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I done it again. I went back to my old ways again. So the way to teach them from doing it is when they went out one way, you could never return back that way. Do this. Nick Damone, they call him Nicodemus. So when Nick Damone asked him, when he talked to him about a man being born again, what did he want to know?
Go back to the room.
What time? And he wanted to let him know, and you supposed to be a teacher? Does that make sense that a grown man, a grown woman can go back into the womb? That's a passage where you can't go back. See, they started to understand things that when you went out of way, you can't go back that way. The way you came in this right, you can't go back that way. You're going back another way. Y'all got it? So now this was teaching them about not going back behavior. When YashaYahu said leaving those things behind because he was doing what? So how did he have to see it? I can't go back. This is something we just recite. You don't understand it from our law. Our law was you couldn't go back the way you came. All of the principles that was set up from us from the Torah was set up to give us an idea that and an imagery that you understood the importance of. They couldn't go back. See, with us, you can always go back because you don't see it the same way. You cross the way, you can't go back. Y'all got it. He told about when they put their hand to the plow and can go and be fit for what?
Not fit.
So I couldn't use you. Because I already knew what your law was. He said, I can't use you. So all these things put a lot of things for them to consider. Now, and I talk to y'all, I used to walk in, I ask y'all, why you here? Why you here? People don't, I don't know, why you questioning? Why? Because you need to know. He asked Shamu, he said, you a hard me? He said, YashaYahu. He said, do you a hard me? Well, he's like, he said, thing got heavy. He said, start to agree. He was like, you know I harm you. He said, I want to make sure, feed my sheep. Because he seen him fishing. He want to know, and he could no doubt see the excitement he had. Boy, look at this. You see this, a slap right here. I got him. His butt again. I got me, you'll mess him. And he wasn't questioning about it. He said, you a hard these more than me? He said, no, I harm you. Man, you seen that big one. Man, I was fighting that thing, came out going, it looked like he was finna get away. He said, you harm me more than you do these. He was like, why you ask me again? He said, you know I harm you. He said, do you harm me more than you do these? He said, that thing got heavy, started to grieve. I was like, why would he question me? I just want to make sure that you stay consistent, feed my sheep. See, we can get caught with things and get caught with ideas and action, and we'll realize it can show where our heart at. And no doubt, why he didn't question him on nothing else, why he asked him that, why he was going out to heal people. He asked him after he had brought in old fish. He said, I can see your enthusiasm about it. I see how excited, how elated you get with it. I just want to make sure, do you harm me more than this? Look at when Yahuwah asked Abraham about YashaYahu.
Yes, sir.
I know how much you love that boy. I just want to make sure you love me more than you do him.
That's right. That's right.
See, I know we say these things, but you really have to sit back and look at it. Because our goal is to obtain that freedom. Not a freedom that we can go and commit Qatar, but a freedom of living we get that we don't have to be oppressed to these things. That was the whole purpose coming. I try to take oppression off of us.
That's right.
That's what he's trying to do. He take oppression off of us. He look at all these things that hold us down is because of Qatar. Sickness, financial ailment, whatever we got, struggle we got, it's all relate back over to Qatar because it's an alert. They try to get our attention. Trying to get your attention. I want you to realize a state you were in and look at, you have people, we was in Africa, we had institutions, we had colleges in it. What colleges we had? What colleges we had in Africa back in the 1200s? Where do you folks get this stuff from? Just stop saying stuff to try to make yourself sound more intelligent. Of course, we know we had education, we had knowledge of things. We didn't have the actual name colleges and universities and all this stuff or titles of doctrine that they gave us. We taking this stuff on after we more or less intermingled with people. But there was knowledge in Africa. That's why whites and other people, the Spaniards, came to Africa or Kibalan. So they could come and they could rape, they could take these things from us. Then they took it and they renamed and redesigned it and gave it back to us, and now we paid them for it. Isn't that right? We knew how to take plants and make medicine. These people know how to make chemicals and make medicine. Isn't that right? Well, we made it cured the problem. What they got, it just a fix the problem and make the problem worse over time. When they give you a pill, there's another pill coming with it. We was in the cure because of Elohim we serve. He was about cure. He might give you no pill and no pill and no pill. I got a cure. Got a cure for everything. Just like the cure to dying from sin, where sin hold, we got to still moot. But the cure he gave of that you can get up from it. That was the purpose of him going. He was charged with sin. Why was he killed? Because he was innocent? He was killed because he was charged as a sinner. You've been charged as a sinner, every one of us. You are a sinner. That's why you're going to die, because you've been charged as a sinner. He gave us the ability to get up to Mount Halak, gave us the freedom to get up from the cabal. They ain't become free people until they got out of Mizraim. He gave them that liberty. That's what he's going to give you, the liberty to be able to get up from it. See, the people that's still going to be charged and convicted with it, you'll stay there. You'll stay there. He gave us the authority to get up. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Need to. You're going to make it out of him. That's what he told him. So he wants you, therefore, he wants you to wait. Who? You who sleep. And arise.
From the moot
And the Mashiach
shall shine on you.
Listen what he told her.
Now see and be careful not to halak like fools, but as Chakmah unashamed.
That's who? Oh, yeah. This was wisdom. This is the wisdom that comes from Elohim. Y'all got it? That's the wisdom that comes from Elohim. And that's what we're trying to do. He wants to do it as wise. Well, that's going to be with a skill. It's going to be with a skill level that we're looking at too. This becomes skillful and when you're doing something. Because they just told you to be careful. The only way to be careful, there's some job they got that's really dangerous. You can't do it. People have to do it that's skillful because they know how to do it and be careful. So you can't just take on yourself as a skill level. Remember, when they look at when they look at the language, the dialect, when you start using Kakma, is you start to look at, now you start to look at wisdom. Where does this wisdom come from? This wisdom come from Elohim. So this become a skill, and that's how they was able to build the tent. That's how they was able to make the clothing when it came down to the Kohan, because Yahuwah said, I have given them this Kakma, this wisdom, to where they're skilled, to where they're able to construct and put this together. Where in order for you to do this Mahalak to walk, you have to have a skill level. So he told them folk when they arrived from the dead, he said then the Mashiach was going to give them what? He was going to shine into them, wasn't he? See then that they can do what? They don't have to walk in food. So when he brought them out Mizraim, what did he make sure they came out with? That's how they ain't walk as fools. See, to go back would be foolish, especially when you got a clear path. See, he brought them out when the yard was in her full strength.
That's right.
Which means you ain't gonna believe it. At evening time, that was our oil.
Come on.
That's what he showed you. That was our oil. Just like when Yahuwah come back, he coming as a thief,
In Layla.
but he told you that he light, which means he gonna make it clear in the dark.
Yes, sir.
He's going right back to Barry Sheik.
That's right.
That's why I told you, I declared the end at the beginning, which means he's gonna come back and manifest everything he done. All the stuff that you figure you don't see, you don't know, when the being come back, he's gonna be the manifestation. So now he wants you to realize how you need to halak, walk in a freedom. Otherwise, you're gonna walk as a fool if it's not clear, if he don't shine on you. Y'all got it? So this is what we're trying to get and understand. Y'all got it? So what's our word for understand? Being, understand. When we get to Binah, now we're gonna get to a high level of intelligence. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Cause we talked about that, wise, intelligent, or artful. That's what he's trying to tell. Because I just told you, if you go out and walk careful, you got to be careful you don't fall. And I said, if I tell you, oh, be careful, that means a chance you can fall and injure yourself or die. So guess what? I pick up this pathway and don't be careful, I'll mess around, I'll die. So I need a skill level to walk this.
That's right.
I need an intelligence.
That's right.
I need some information to make sure I don't wind up dying. A lot of people have died embarking on this journey. So you need a skill level. That makes sense? All right. What we got right here though? Not to say that. And we talked about that to do what? This is how they looked at it. This is to understand. This is show you understood you can separate mentally. That's how they looked at it. Mentally, can you separate? Sometimes people wind up jumboing junk together. He said, mentally, you don't understand.
Right.
Because stuff is all jumbled up in your actions.
Right.
So he looked at whether or not, this is how they looked at whether or not you knew what you were doing. You had understanding. Can you mentally separate? Hello? Mentally, you had to be in a state to be able to know you can be together, but at the same time, you got to understand your individuality when it comes to your salvation. You got to be able to mentally separate. And a lot of times that's what get him. Why you thought he even told the person about running, unless you grow weary, consider him here doing such contradiction of Katayin, lest you grow weary, because you don't know how to mentally separate. And I say you're gonna faint in your heart. You're gonna faint in your mind. Because you don't know how to mentally separate. So a lot of things get you and it'll overwhelm you and it'll tear you down and break you down and it look like it gets worse and worse for you because you just lack a skill level. But I could teach, I could help him. He told you I give you Ra'ins, pastors after my own law. You ain't gonna believe what I could do. With knowledge and understanding. I give you Da'ah. And I give you Hakam. I give you that understanding that come from him. Y'all got to understanding the knowledge. That's what you need. That's what I get. See, I don't try to measure myself out by other people. Like I said, we're not the other that judge themselves by themselves. And so doing, he said that wouldn't be wise.
That's right.
I would lack a skill level.
That's right.
I know I'm right because a Hebrew Israelite preacher wrong. That'll show you right then that I'm unskillful. That's what he said. He said, we don't do it. He said, see, I just do it according to the rule.
Come on. Yes, sir.
See, the measuring stick already been laid. I got to just make sure I just measure out.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all got it. Don't be trying to run and try to put yourself in comparison with other people. Just stay with the rules. He's got a rule set for what designate a Kadash man and a Kadash woman. Use that rule. Don't use, I can't never get to what Daniel. He never made Daniel the rule. The rule been set. All you do is make sure you measure up to it. Don't make an individual your fight because you're going to lose it. Y'all got it? Because your eye gets stuck on somebody and that person fall, what's going to happen to you?
You gonna fall, right?
Because your measure stick. The rule he set ain't going nowhere. That's why he gave us Yahushua, he made sure he was upright. So you know how you got to measure yourself. That's why he made sure he was not leaning, he was upright. So you got something to measure yourself by. He told when I made Ish,
Upright.
he said I made him upright. Then he let you know how man got crooked because of the devices he sought out.
That's right.
He said that's how man got crooked. Because he started going after other devices, but I made him upright. I made him something that you can use as an example, something that you can set up as a pinnacle of what you need to do. But what man do? He started looking at rappers and actors and cartoons, and he just lost it. That's just being honest. That's mentally separate. Come on. Appreciate that. Come on.
Redeeming the time.
Redeeming. That's making up for a bad aspect. So when they came out Mizraim, you know what he was trying to fast get them approach on and why I had to be quick with them? Because they had to first of all, he had to redeem them, but then I got to make up for the time. Redeeming me, make up for a bad aspect. They spent 430 years down.
Yeah.
So what we need to do with the time?
Redeeming.
Why?
Yeah.
Because of the time. So we got to hurry up and do it. You lost 430 years. So it might look like he was pushing them kind of fast. We're trying to make up for what we lost.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep being a baby. Like y'all playing baby, you can't be a baby. He just told me to redeem the time. Make up for the bad. I screwed up more years than I had right.
Yes,
so
sir.
now he looking at, son, you got to redeem that time.
Yes, sir.
Make up for the bad aspect. But I'm thinking, well, I'm glad the Lord don't hold that against me. I ain't got, he just told me to redeem it. Make up for it. That means put some in the place of. We learned redeeming when it came down to it, when everything that came out the matrix, that came out from the womb was Kudash, darling. The first thing came from the matrix, from the womb was Kudash.
Yes.
He said the first thing is a kamar, which is a donkey. What he told him? He said you need to redeem it.
Mm-hmm.
Make up for that. It shouldn't have happened. Make up for it. Listen, you had no control. It came out. You were supposed to Kudash it. He said, I don't want it. Make up for it. Redeem it.
Yeah.
Redeem it. When he told us, he said, now, that means I had to get something in the place of, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what he told me before I ever met him? Yahushua had the knowledge of the people that came before us. What he told us who he was? He told me, Yahuwah, your Elohim, your Redeemer. Which means, what should I have been looking for him to do?
Make up for a bad aspect.
Make up for a bad aspect. Put something in the place of. And he told me that's who he was. I had no idea. I just thought it was just a word he was saying. So I should have been looking for him to come to make up for this. Put something in the place of, because I wasn't fit to be offered. I am Yahuwah, your Elohim, thus said your Redeemer. Your Redeemer. I should have been looking for him. But because we lacked the knowledge, we didn't know. We didn't know. It wasn't clear. We just thought they were words. Look what he just told me to do.
Redeeming.
I'm going to continue to do this. The ing stop when?
Never.
That's a difference. He just told me redeem. It's a one act done. Like it's a one and done. But he put ing.
Continual.
I got to continue to do it. I can't. How much time I got to wait, Roy?
None.
He told me redeem. I said, I done that. He said redeeming. I'm saying, I'm doing that.
Yes, right.
Done that, doing that are two different statements. I'm doing that. Make up for the bad aspect. Listen why.
Redeeming the time because they are the YashaYahu.
See that? I got to make up for it. Listen what you want me to do.
Therefore, do not be lacking of da'ah.
Listen, you don't need a short or a scarcity of knowledge, not trying to redeem. A redeemer can't afford that. He just put something in your hand. I just told you redeem the time. You should know that from what we've done. Redeem the time. Wow. We can look at that redeeming the time. We can go back and look at when it came down to Koskik Yah, what they call Hezekiah. When he would land on his deathbed, you know what he asked them to do? He wanted to move the clock. Move the clock. They want to play with the time. Make up for the time. Redeem the time. They came to YashaYahu and they were fighting. The YashaYahu were losing when what happened? Not with Mushah, under Yahushua. When they were losing, when the Shamash were going down. They were losing. So how to redeem it, he let it stay up. I got to redeem it. I got to win. You losing when it's going down. You were losing. So I made it stand still for the space of a whole day. I just redeemed it. You were losing. Why was I going to let you lose? I made it stand still. I redeemed it for you. I made up. Let me say, how much control you have to do with the sun going, the Shema going up and down? You know what? And then going down, you losing. That's bad. I can fix it. I can make it stand still.
Right.
Till you win.
Right.
I'm your redeemer. If you don't know, you don't know. I tell you don't know. You actually don't have Yada. You don't know. And everything beats you and defeats you because you don't understand. Let me see. When I'm going to need a redeemer? Hands. Tell a woman need a redeemer.
Something bad.
When something bad happens. He's exactly right. And he said, thus said Yahuwah,
You're redeemed.
what's going to be going on with me? He's going to be redeeming.
Something
Everything
bad.
goes bad.
Something bad is happening. He needs to now manifest himself in my life. And I'm so complaining and praying. You know, first I pray, Lord Jesus Christ, and all the other names of other hostesses of God. Please don't let nothing ever happen to me. When I'm going to be your redeemer? So now you understand why things happen.
Right.
I told you who I was. Thus said Yahuwah, that heal all your disease. That's a check come with that. All your diseases. Went to the doctor the other day. I went to the doctor the other day. They said, man, I'm sick. I'm about to give up, man. I don't know what to do, man. I'm trying to do all I can do, and I'm sick, man. I don't know why I'm sick. You know, man, I'm sick. And he said, because I heal all your diseases. So when I'm going to need him? When I'm sick. Why did I put this on Ain't Saved and he want me to burn his Sheol because I'm sick? Or he got me sick so I can see that for myself, that I can tell somebody he's a healer. Until then, it's all written. You don't really know that, do you? Not until you get a disease.
That's right.
And he heal you.
That's right.
And you start to know him as who? He's a healer. See, but we're so busy fighting. All these things got to be made clear to you. So when it's going to be made clear? All you doing is reading writings. When is this going to be made clear to you? I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all ain't that. I can see in y'all face. Y'all ain't that. Y'all not that. I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all good. I ain't going to catch no pearl for no swine. I ain't going to get none Kadash to no dog. We good. So that's good. Listen, this is not a forced way. Y'all guys got to look at this. This is what you do. You look at where you at. You look at where you at Ruach, spiritually. You're not growing for reasons. Because of where you at. The thing that you encompass, the things you put in the forefront of what you're doing. And that's where y'all at. That's just where y'all at. So we're in that because I'm not trying to force nothing on y'all guys. This is what I'm at a different place in my life now, okay? Where I'm at in my life at, I know what I got to do, okay? I'm going to teach you, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. I'm going to give you an example of all this by the dial he give me the knowledge to do it, to just try to explain it as best as possible, get you to see it, get it where it's rational, it's doable. And then that's something you got to deal with from that point. Everything else is on you. My rules ain't make you do nothing. Make them do it, force it down their throat, shove them down their hearing. That's not my job. My job is to give it to you as plain as he give me the ability to do it, as best I can in every example. And that's up to you. Everything you do from that point is all you. Nothing forced or made you to do. There are decisions you have to make at that point. What's most important to me? Where am I trying to go? What am I trying to do? I know you say, well, I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to get this done. And I got like tons of stuff on the table I'm doing. None of those things are more important than my salvation. I need to understand it because I'm going to be challenged on that. I'm going to be challenged on everything I love and everything I got. I have enough stuff to challenge me and challenge me down. So I have to be in a mental place to be able to separate to say, when I lose something, this ain't, I got to start drinking, get me a hole. because he gave up on me. And I got to just do what I got to do what's best for me. Ain't no God on my side, and it's all me. And that'd be because I lack some wisdom. I lack to be able to mentally separate and realize you got to be tested. Basha had some dogs, trained dogs. Remember the dog? You still got it. You know, those dogs trained. You remember something you told me, you probably don't remember. You said those dogs had to be worked or they'll forget that skill. You ain't gonna believe it. He gotta take stuff from me every now and then so I don't forget that skill, how it works. I gotta get sick sometimes so I don't forget. I lose the skill. See, my acquaintance with him is based off the adversities. So if I get no adversity, then I'll get comfortable. And when the adversity comes, I'll forget.
Right.
So he had to constantly keep me in an attitude and constantly let things happen, just so I don't forget. I'm Yahuwah to heal all your diseases. Sometimes let your blood pressure work, not the pill. Because I don't need you to think the pill do it. I had to show you I heal all your diseases. Sometimes financial things don't work out the way I had to, because he'll let me know. He said, also, I'm a provider. But if I'm clicking and everything rolling, I'm making him getting it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Hold on, help somebody else. I'm doing good. He said, oh, we got a problem here. You don't ever tell me to hold on. Ain't that right? If anything, nigga, you need to be holding on.
Come on.
So I need to let a little something happen to you. So remember, just need to don't need to forget. Sometimes with kids, you don't whoop them, you get to one time, they start smelling themselves. Let me get in there behind so we remember our places. And he did let me know that, Smith, you still a child. I need to make sure you always remember your place. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
I be Abba, you be Ben. Y'all got it? So that's how things work. So sometimes y'all don't realize situation come for other than more than one reason. Even his chastisement, it's a hard. Cause like I said, listen, I can't leave you altogether unpunished. He said, I can't do it. He said, oh no, I know when I chastise, he said, I know I look cruel. He said, but I want to destroy you to a bitter end. But you have to have a relationship with him to understand that whenever he give me correction, it's something he needs to get me to see. It's something he need to cause me to come into knowledge of, and he need to get me to an accept. Then he need to just see, make sure you don't forget your confidence is supposed to be in me. Man, you get a good little skill set, and you got something working and rolling, and it's you, and you got it. Let's just be honest. You don't said enough out your mouth. You might not think you have, but you said enough of your mouth. You want to know exactly where I fit in that world you got.
Yep.
I always got a place for you. So no. Where I'm at, I can't have nothing else in there. See, that's what we mess up at. Where he sat, I can't put nothing there. I can't put mama there, my grandbaby, my son, my wife, my daughters. I can't put nobody where he sat. Y'all got it? Where he sit is elite. And you got to remember that sometimes when we don't set him in the proper place, then we won't get the effect we're supposed to get. It's certain things you get. Take the medicine. Anybody has some medicine that helped them from something they took? Anybody took a medicine like that? Take it and take the bottle and just set the bottle by you and see what happens. Absolutely not. Not till you open it and get inside you. Ain't that right? Now let's say something's a topical and you put it on the green. Well, you take the cream bottle, just take the bottle and rub the bottle on them. Guess what? It's funny, but that's what we do with Yahuwah. Sure. We never actually ingest it. That's why he want us to eat. He to eat the whole roll. Stop taking a bite. Some stuff like, I remember getting Valentine candy. It's candy I know enough not to eat. It's junk nasty. You don't eat. I know you look at the one. I know the ones that got the nuts in it. I know the one. These the fakers. They'll fake you out with this candy. Y'all remember Halloween? Valentine box them candy. Watch them. I know you watch them. And they ain't Russell Stover. They gonna get you. They always got that old junk candy to make a fool. You bend that junk. You like this. Got it. So you gotta know when you looking at what to get. See when he know he like this. Eat the whole roll. Because then you'll pick around like a Valentine cake. You're going to get what you like. And all that rest of that can, you know what you do? You throw it away. Or find somebody who eat that junk. You eat this stuff. I don't eat this stuff. What we do? How many y'all got a better? It's candy you ain't eating now. Yeah. Guess what he did? So what he did, he mixed the good and now with the other. That's why I said before you life and death. Baraka and all. Benefits and curses. Because I know how you eat. You're going to pick what you like. So I put it all in there together. Because he ate it, he said, take good, but then hit him. Because you know what? This right here got his own mind. And here, this right here, it's a lot of stuff this don't like. That's your nature to sin. It don't like complying. It don't like, oh man, who does? But then when you start attaching, I like living.
Right.
So you got to attach to something you like doing. What's the purpose of it? So I can live. So then it ain't as bad as I was taking it before when I started realizing this how I live. By every word proceed from his mouth. He said, well, I ain't gonna literally talk to you physically, but you ain't gonna believe it. I wrote everything down to exactly what I said and what I meant. If you take this at face value for what it is, it's a benefit to you. Now, if you take and you go opposite way, it's all out of you. It'll hurt you. It'll come back and it'll come back and it'll tear you down. So I needed that understanding so I can be skillful, so I can mentally separate to know this word didn't come to kill me. It did to a sense to break that nature. Because that sin nature in me like this. He said, listen, man, I came with a sword. Because he's a surgeon. He said, I got to be able to separate. Some folks say we thick as peas in a pot. Y'all heard all I'm saying? We tighter than it. Y'all understand? He said, so I had to come in with a surgeon. I'm a surgeon. I'm skilled. I got to separate. Man, you be like Siamese twin. He said, I can separate them. They said we joined at the head. We think the name. Listen, we don't even have to say that. We be thinking the same thing. He said, I separate that. He said, I can stop that unless y'all thinking the same thing that's of me.
That's right.
So all these things are important for you to sit down and consider when y'all come in here. It's not just to see how long I can talk and go. I like to come here and speak to you a couple of minutes and be done. But unfortunately, we had to be in, and I'm not complaining, boss man, but we had to be in here longer. But you guys don't look attentive to what you're trying to get. I ain't trying to make you do nothing. At the end of the day, these are your choices. Listen, every choice you make got a consequence. A good one or a bad one. Don't let anybody tell no lie for you. You got to be honest with yourself. What you trying to do? I try to tell people, boss don't like me to go out. He don't like me to go talk to customers. He said, sorry, don't go nowhere, don't go nowhere. He go, I asked him, I said, what you trying to do? I tell folks don't even know how to buy a car. I said, no, you don't need a car. You need to feel what you got and keep going. I tell him, I said, fine. He said, he's hard. He come and stop me. Him and tell this. I said, no, it's scary. I was in the shop. I told him, can he said, hey, he said, can I talk for Miss Miller? He said, come on, I need a man to keep working. You talk. I said, I can't talk to the man. I said, good, I can't do it. I'm just sitting here in the den like a big diamond. I be glad folks talk me. Folks walk right there, walk pay me, go right. I said, it's tight. Right. They walk straight, look at me, and walk straight. I said, that's where we at now. So I really want you to consider what's best at hand for you. And I know my young people, I say this all the time. I know young people, you talk about, y'all, right now, I look like the worst thing you guys probably seen or you heard. I show y'all, I care for every one of y'all a state. If y'all could say the time of not making the mistakes we made and doing all the stupid stuff we done, and you sitting back hurt later, because hurt got a way of playing. Everybody don't get cured from that hurt. Right. Some people die with that hurt and that misery. And life ain't as bad as people make it. We made bad decisions. When you can come into accepting what you've done and grow and gravitate away from it and become a better person and become a proponent and encouraging others to do the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm only the person I am because of all the bad decisions I made. I made enough of them to where it's just like, shoot, man, you don't know what to do. It's just, you made so many bad, stupid, they start out good and they just the worst decisions in the world. You don't know what that's like. For people, you don't know what they're like, young people. Every decision you make, it's like you don't know what to trust, what to do. Because every decision start good, and you get to the end, and you thinking, how did I get him? How did this happen? It's like your intent can be good, but the consequences just come out to be the same every time. And that just drove me to the point of realizing how much confidence can you put in yourself. So I need somebody who knows me better, who can show me a better outcome and get me a better result than what I had. When you make enough bad decisions, you don't even think a lot of yourself. Y'all young people, I know y'all young, you'll see. I don't want you to, not that way, but you got people commit suicide. It's not impractical. It's very practical. Because they get tired of just making bad decisions. They get tired of just failing. They get tired of stuff not working, but they're not looking at, you ain't tired of doing wrong. And he says it that way because he needs you to stop doing wrong. Wrong is only what he say, I need you to do this, and you're not doing it. So I can't let that work because it'll look like wrong is right.
Right.
He needs you to look at wrong is wrong. So you say, I can have a good intent to go do something, but if I'm wrong, he said, I got to make it work bad for you. Right. So you'll realize how it's an involvement on everything. For them, when they planted something and it didn't come up, it didn't come up for one reason. You were wrong. He showed at the hand. Nature showed you. That's why it didn't come up, because you're wrong. Growing food is what sin? But if they weren't doing right, they put it down. He's saying, let it grow.
Yeah.
He said, I'll give you the rain. They knew when they planted. They said, what you looking at, a bird? I'm waiting on the rain. He told me he gonna give me the rain, and if I just planted, and they saw the rain come, I'm doing all right. That was their confirmation. When they got ready to come and bring in the harvest. By that, and rain, all these were confirmation that they knew I'm doing it right. When they got no rain, he told them, he said, y'all didn't know the importance of why he didn't let it rain for the space of 3 years and 6 months. It was content. There was an agreement. I give you the first, and you ain't got no rain for 3 years and 6 months. What type of person are you? That I withheld the rain from you for 3 years and 6 months? They were supposed to put it. Stupid folks say, I like it like this when ain't no rain. You know what I'm saying? You really go do some stuff now. You retard. This ain't our rip was, this is why I was trying to show you whether I'm with you. I'm going to give you the first and the last. You need it when you first plant, and you need it before you bring in your harvest. So nature was showing you that you're in line with me and nature. But you're out of sync with nature, and you're out of sync with Elohim, and you're praying and asking what's going on, like Marvin Gaye, who had sex with Marlon Brando. That's sick. He want to know what's going on with the world. You made a song, what's going on where you had sex with a man? And you want to know what's going on. What's going on with your nigga? Right. You want to, mother, there's too many of us died. Nigga, are you serious? You homosexual. Right. He sung the song like, y'all know that song, he sung that like, man, he telling the truth. What's going on in the world today? You the problem. Right. We are the problem. So I won't push y'all no further. I just want to tell y'all that. So when I catch y'all lane, Ms. Who'll see if I just cut it off. We'll keep moving. I got other things I could be doing. I got to be living right.
That's right.
I ain't got time for nobody to do that. That's anybody. Y'all free to do what y'all want. Listen, there's a whole world out there. You welcome to go out there and entertain it. I don't know how far you're going to get, because the folks you with going to get COVID. They don't get sick. Man, listen. Whatever you go do, you ain't going to be able to do it alone. They going to get sick. You can't plan nothing. I mean, we're in the worst state of the world we ever seen. This is crazy. What can you possibly do that you'll give up on this man to go do what? There's a shortage, a lack of everything. The housing market is retarded with the interest rate. No one can afford a home. There are no $80,000, $70,000, $100,000 home. The minimum home is $250,000, $300,000. The note is astronomical. It's never been time it's cheaper to rent than buy. It was always cheaper to buy than to rent. It's bad. It's bad. And you got time not to take this serious, to realize this man is toppling and overturning this place. World leaders are being toppled. They don't care about the people. They looking at, I'm not finna be like you. I'm not gonna be struggling and be at the hands of hand and foot, mouth fed by these people. I'll kill and blow the whole thing up. That's the mentality of people that rule you. See, it's okay for you to starve. It's okay for you to beg. It's okay for you to holler. It ain't okay for them. These people hold nuclear codes. These people all have nuclear weapons. He's toppling them. Where do you think they put us at? It's just a matter of time. It's going to be the government against the people. Russia is listen, this is a footprint. This is a major footprint. Russia is a major country. This is not some South American country. This is not some country over in Africa. This is a European country being toppled by its military. You don't think this military watching these people? You don't think this the only coup? Y'all think it's the last coup? No, sir. Y'all think a lot of these military are sick of this stuff? How much money these people keep getting and these guys getting nothing? These guys looking at, they just had a ex-military crying in his car about the VA and how the VA sent him here and here crying and grabbing, he can't get help from these people, but they gave him guns and bombs to go kill people, and now he can't get help. All these military watching him. All these people grow up. This is what's going on in these other countries. These folks are fighting against their own military. These folks are fighting against their government. Yahuwah told us this was going to happen. Time to get it right, folks. You better look at what amount of person you need to be. Yahuwah overturned their play, and these the last days. He told us judgment gonna start with us. And it's a good thing that you get your correction on this side. You don't want the other side.
That's right.
It'd be bad for you to die. Listen, I'm tell y'all something. I'm trying to get ready to let y'all go. Y'all gonna get y'all money. Let me tell y'all something. Two ways they're gonna work out. So you'll know it.
Yes, sir.
You need to know how it work out. I ain't clueless. I'm not clueless about a long shot, okay? Listen, I'm very cognizant of what goes on. There's not a lot of stuff that get past me. Can y'all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
If I miss it,
You want your miss.
thank you, Chris. You don't get no check for that. Tell him again, if I miss it,
Want you.
he want me to miss it. That's intentional, because he got something for you. You won't ever get by me on your best day, unless he want me to miss it. He's not intending to save you. So when you feel like you're getting it and you're doing it and you smart and you getting away with it, you're not.
That's right.
He want me to miss it. Because he know what I'm gonna do when I catch it. Leave it alone. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. We're gonna hide and we're gonna keep it quiet between us. So if I correct it, what they gonna give you a chance to do? Get it right. So now, when I don't catch it and I miss it, what that tell you about you? This ain't gonna be hard to figure out. It's only two ways they're gonna go. He only want me to miss it because he's intending something else for you. And I only get in his way. That way he told me before, unless you see with your own and you understand with your law and you be converted, he said, then I got to heal you. See, he can't afford that. I need you to stay just like y'all. He even told whoever filthy, get clean when? Whoever not Sadat, get Sadat.
No, sir.
Let him stay unjust still. Because he said, behold, I come quickly. And my reward is with me. I'm going to give it to every honest shame, every man, according to work should be.
That's right.
That's two.